Cosford to bring you the commentary for the 2019 Chinook display team. If you look out in front of you, you will see the aircraft had descended to low level and is now pulling up. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 Chinook display team. Pitching back down now, give the crew a wave before they make their 90-degree breakaway to our left. This year, the Chinook display captain is Squadron Leader John Turner, known as JT. JT joined the Air Force in 1993 and was first posted to RAF Odium to fly Chinooks in 1998. He has flown operations in Bosnia, Sierra Leone, Iraq and Afghanistan, and most recently in the Caribbean in 2017, undertaking hurricane relief. As the aircraft moves away to our left, watch as the nose pitches up by 45 degrees and completes a pedal turn to the left. This is a difficult point for JT, as he is unable to see the ground from the front, so is rapidly scanning sideways to ensure that he has the correct pitch and a climb whilst keeping wings level. The nose is now going to be pulled up by 45 degrees before pitching over into the roller coaster. The challenge for the crew here is to descend onto the crowd centre before climbing again, while some days battling this 15-ton machine which is being pushed or pulled by the wind. Joining JT in the cockpit today is the 2019 display co-pilot, Flight Lieutenant Ant Jewett. Ant joined the Royal Air Force in 2008 and has subsequently completed his rotary flying training. He joined 18 B Squadron in 2016 and is a member of the mighty B flight. He recently completed his first operational deployment to Mali with our French allies as part of Operation Newcomb at the end of 2018. So the aircraft has now moved away to our right and pulls up by 30 degrees into the offset right-hand wing over. JT is looking down to his right, moving his head to try and pick up the display line again before descending to height, capturing the correct airspeed and running back in. So for those of you at this end, listen to the aircraft closes in. This waka waka sound is synonymous with Chinook and leads to our popular Twitter hashtag #BladeSlap. The Chinook is now going to break away shortly to perform a 60-degree offset wing over away from crowd centre. Flown by the Royal Air Force, the Chinook is actually operated under the Tri-Service Joint Helicopter Command. It remains in high demand due to its large cabin size, capable of carrying up to 40 fully equipped troops. We can also carry vehicles, freight and palletised cargo both inside and outside of the aircraft. Perhaps its best known role is the medical emergency response, a role which the force fulfilled under fire during Operation Herrick in Afghanistan. That's the aircraft now about to pull up to 30-degree wing over. Another challenging manoeuvre at that end with the co-pilot Ant not only calling out JT's pitch, angles, roll angles, heights and speeds, but also glancing out the left-hand side of the cockpit to talk him around until he is able to see his display line again. With that done, the crew are now positioning for their crowd centre nose over, so it's time to get your cameras ready if you want to catch the Chinook at 45 degrees nose up. The display you see today really demonstrates how manoeuvrable this extremely large helicopter is. Most of the display is born out of tactical skills employed and perfected on operations around the world. During all of these manoeuvres, the co-pilot's eyes are constantly darting around the cockpit. He's checking aircraft performance and monitoring aircraft speeds, pitch and roll parameters and heights. Another crucial call from the co-pilot is the distance to the run to the next manoeuvre to make sure they enter in the correct place, alongside other information which allows JT to fly the manoeuvre visually by looking out the cockpit. The Chinook is being used continuously as a battlefield helicopter for over 37 years, most recently in Iraq, Afghanistan and now Mali. Its heavy lift capacity, combined with power, speed and agility, ensured that even during the hottest summers and darkest nights, the force always completed its missions. The crew are now going to whip the aircraft round into a low-level 360-degree orbit, giving you the chance to really hear that sound of the aircraft. Operationally, the Chinook has a 4-person crew, 2 pilots in the cockpit, and 2 weapon systems operators, or crewmen, in the cabin. So here's the aircraft running left now. You'll notice the nose coming up to decelerate through 85 knots before JT enters a 180 degrees nose down quick stop. This manoeuvre allows us to stop the aircraft in a very tight area and if troops are spotted late on the battlefield. So JT is now going to rotate the tail away from you all and begin a 270-degree pirouette to point it back at you, all the while beginning his transition into a sideways taxi along the crowd line. You will see the ramp is now lowered and you should be able to make out our crewmen for today taking up position upon it. This is your moment now, ladies and gents, boys and girls, as we are going to ask you to show your appreciation to the display team as they give you their wave with a big orange hand. In the cabin today is Sergeant James Begg, known as Beggsy. Beggsy joined the Royal Air Force in 2009 as a weapon systems operator. On completion of his specialist training, he joined 18 Squadron. Beggsy is deployed in operations to both Afghanistan and more recently to Mali and has around 1,100 hours on the Chinook. Please don't forget to post your photos of the display on our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram feeds this evening, as we really do love to see them. #BladeSlap. So the crew is reaching a quarter of a mile to the right of the display datum, and JT will be focused on returning the aircraft to the hover. Shortly, they will pull power and left pedal, taking the Chinook skywards into the Gorney corkscrew, rotating and climbing to 800 feet. Coming off the top, they begin their 315-degree spiral descent. All of us on 18 Squadron are really proud to be bringing you the 2019 Chinook display this year. We do so alongside our operational and frontline deployment commitments, whilst conducting all of our regular duties, training and tasking. The aircraft is now going to run back in with the nose low, accelerating towards the crowd before braking away to the left. If the wind is right, you may well feel the sound of the Chinook. The crew are now going to complete another wing over to our left, whilst Ant is working hard to get JT back onto the correct line to land on the runway, whilst configuring the aircraft to do so. This afternoon. From all of us at 18 Squadron and RAF Odium, thank you, take care and enjoy the rest of the show.
Well, our thanks to everyone involved. That amazing display, always a great favourite. There is just nothing quite like it anywhere. So if you have just arrived, very warm welcome. You've missed a
particularly tricky this year, but here we are, everything going smoothly, and it's good to be here. If you want to relive some of these amazing displays so they stay with you, Planes TV are here once again recording for the official souvenir video program. They've got cameras on the ground and on board some of the display aircraft as well. They've also been recording some behind the scenes and dramatic air-to-air material in the build-up to today's show. So if you order today, you'll receive a voucher for 1 month of free access to Planes TVs. And if you want to get even deeper into aviation, go along to Key Publishing's stand. They publish all your favourite aviation magazines, including